הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, הנה מה טוב, לי 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 לי. הנה מה טוב, הנה מה טוב, לי 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 לי. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד.
Hello and Shabbat Shalom. Hello, testing. 1, 2, hey, hello and Shabbat Shalom. Thank you for the three of you that said back Shabbat Shalom to me. That was very nice. Shabbat Shalom. It is so, we have some good Shabbat Shalom. We got some good Israeli accent, Shabbat Shalom, too, back to me. That was very nice. Not just Shabbat Shalom, but Shabbat Shalom. It was like, you know how the ending of the Om is a little tighter. It's very good. Thrilled that you're here on this wonderful Shabbat morning with us. It's the last Shabbat of our Jewish year. So what a wonderful way to celebrate with all of you, with you, your friends, your family, and to celebrate the becoming of bar mitzvah of this young man over here, Jacob. Yes?
Yeah.
How are you doing? Are you excited?
Yes, and nervous.
Yes, and nervous, which is good. That's excellent. The nerves are good. They keep us focused. Thrilled that you're here. I'm noticing that none of you have prayer books, so it's going to cause a slight ruckus. Usually we have prayer books underneath our seats, but because the high holidays start tomorrow, they were taken out of your seats. So you might have to get a representative from each of your row, if you don't mind, go out those doors, and you'll see that we have books. There are some books that are right there at the back, and we'll need prayer books. They're blue, and they say Mishkan Tfilah on them. So everyone need a book. Good. Everyone gets a good little motion this morning. Good. There we go. Everyone gets a. There are other books called, they say Torah on them. Those are also good. You'll need those for later. But initially, you'll need thin ones that say Mishkan Tfilah on them. If they say Torah on them, those are also good. You'll need them for later. But Mishkan Tfilah on the cover. The cover should say Mishkan Tfilah on it. Keeps calling you Sovereign. Don't do that to him. It's Sovereign. While everyone here in our sanctuary are getting physical prayer books, those of you on our live stream, hello and Shabbat Shalom to you. If you are joining us from anywhere else in the world, you can also follow along, by the way, in your virtual prayer book on the exact page that we're on. You can go to our website, cbiboca.org, cbiboca.org, and top left corner, you hit the word menu. Then after menu, hit services. And then you'll scroll down a little bit and you'll see a button that says Virtual Prayer Book, and you'll be able to join us virtually throughout the entirety of our service. So I think now we have books. Everyone got a little morning exercise to go get the books and to take them back to your seats. Thank you so much for doing that. The book that you're holding, Mishkan Tfilah, has Hebrew and English and transliteration in it, so you can follow along and chant along and really be fully present for us throughout our service. We can't move on with the service until our bar mitzvah has his talit. So we're going to invite up parents to join us as we have his talit presented to him.
I start with the prayer?
On this Shabbat, we rejoice in our coming of age in our tradition. As a symbol of your entrance as a responsible member into the adult Jewish community, it is our honor to present you with this talit. Our tradition teaches us to put the tzitzit, fringes, on the corners of our garments in every generation as a reminder to observe all of God's commandments. Now, as a bar mitzvah, a child of the commandments, you are ready to make moral choices, to grow emotionally and intellectually, and to take responsibility for the mitzvot and your decisions. Be holy unto your God, bring blessing to our world, and may you bring the same household of Israel the same pride and joy, nachas, that you bring to us.
Baruch Atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehit atef b'tzitzit. Blessed are you, Adonai our God, sovereign of the universe, who hallows us with mitzvot, commanding us to wrap ourselves in the fringes.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehecheyanu v'kiyamanu v'higiyanu lazman hazeh. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehecheyanu v'kiyamanu v'higiyanu lazman hazeh.
Now that our bar mitzvah has his talit draped in our mitzvot, draped in our commandments, we can move forward with our service. We continue now with Ma Tovu, which can be found on page 74. 74.
Israel, ma tovu, אבוא ביתך, אשתחווה אליך קודשך, ביראתך, אדוני אהבתי, בהיון ביתך, ומקום משכן כבודך, משכן כבודך, מה טוב הוא, מה טוב הוא, אוהליך יעקב, משכנותיך ישראל, מה טוב הוא, מה טוב הוא, אוהליך יעקב, משכנותיך ישראל, משכנותיך ישראל.
We transition now from our section, our morning section, our Shachrit section, slowly into the main part of our service. To transition, though, we need to continue with Chatzi Kaddish, which can be found on page 106.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, בהולמה דברה חירותי וימליך מלכותי, בחייכון וביומייכון, ובחיי דכל בית ישראל, בגלה בגלה, ובזמן קריב ואמרו, אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך, לעולם לא מהמיה יתברך, יתברך וישתבח, ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא, ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל, שמי דקודשה בריחו, לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, תמירן בעולמה, ואמרו Amen.
Continue with the call to worship, Baruch Hu, on page 108. Together we stand.
Lai 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 Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. Lai 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 lai
Yotzer or v'choshech oseh shalom uvoret et hakol. Praised are you, Adonai, creator of all heavenly lights. We continue now on pages 114, 115.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem malchuto leolam va'ed.
Please be seated. We continue now on page 116.
Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol meodecha. Ve'hayu havarim ha'ele asher anohi mitzavcha hayom al levavecha ve'shinatam levanecha ve'dibarta bam B'shiftecha b'beitecha u'b'leptecha b'adere u'shofecha u'fhumecha u'shartam leot ayadecha lehayu letotafot bein einecha u'ftavtam al mizazot beitecha u'visharecha Leman tiskeru ve'asiten ekol mitzvotai v'iten kedoshim leolehem Ani Adonai Elohem Asher Otseiti Etem Me'et Mitzrayim Liot Lachem Le'elihim Ani Adonai Elohem
Adonai Elohechem Emet. We continue with our song of redemption, Micha Mocha. That can be found on page 122.
מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נהדר בקודש. נורא תהילות עושה פלא, נורא תהילות עושה פלא. שירה חדשה, שבחו גאולים, לשמך על שפת הים, יחד כולם דובים ליחו ואמרו, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. צאו ישראל, קומה בעזרת ישראל, ופתחנו מכה יהודה וישראל. גואלנו אדוני צבאות שמו, קדוש ישראל. ברוך אתה אדוני גאל ישראל.
Continue with the Amidah, page 124. Together we stand.
Adonai sefaf taftifta uviyagite ilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips and my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei Avotenu ve'Imotenu. Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor ve'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Hasadim Tovim, V'konei Hakol, V'zoher Ased Avot ve'Imahot, Umi V'giula Livnei V'neihem, Lema Shemo Be'achaba, Melech Hozer Ushia Umagen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham, V'etzrat Sarah. Ata gibor le'olam Adonai, Mehaye Akol, Ata Rav le'oshia, Morid hatal, Mehakel hayim behesed, Mehaye Hakol berahami rami, Sov nef noflim v'rofei holim, Umatir asuri. Umekaye el nato nishene yafa mi hamo bal gevurot umi domela melecheni tumekaye umashmi ageshua vene'eman atel hahayot hakol baruch atah Adonai mehaye hakol.
Continue with the Kedusha, page 130.
נקדש את שמך בעולם, כשם שמקדישים אותו בשמי מרום, הכתוב היה נביאך, וקרא זה אל זה ואמר.
Kadosh, 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 Adonai Sevaot, Melohol haaretz, Kavodo.
אדיר אדירנו אדוני, אדוננו מהדיר שמך בכל הארץ.
Baruch Kavod Adonai, Mimkomo.
אחד הוא אלוהינו, הוא אבינו מלכנו, הוא מושיענו והוא ישמיענו, ברחמיו לעיני כל חי. אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
Yimloch Adonai leolam, Elochai Sion, ledor vador, Hallelujah.
לדור ודור נגיגות לך, ולנצח נצחים קדושתך נקדיש, ושבחך אלוהינו מפינו לא ימוש לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש.
We continue silently now, beginning here on page 130 through page 142. When you're finished, please be seated.
עושה שלום, שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו, ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום, שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו, ועל כל ישראל, Amen. Uyase shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Amen. Amen. Ose shalom, shalom bimromav. Uyase shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Ve'imru amen. Ve'al kol Yisrael. Ve'imru amen.
We're about to continue with Seder Krat HaTorah, the service reading the Torah, momentarily. You can start to head there in your book because there's a lot of page turning. So you're going to page 244 if you want to start to head there. We're going to start to call a whole bunch of people up to join us on the bima to assist us. So if you are opening the ark, that's Marcel and Igal, we need you to start heading up here to the bima. We're going to invite any grandparents. So all grandparents are coming up actually too. Marcel and Igal are the ark openers, but grandparents, any grandparents are coming up for sure. So you're going to come up. We're going to need, who else we're going to need? We're going to need Rosanna. We're going to need Eric. We're going to need Michael. We're going to need Eli and Leah. Everyone else are doing great. Right where you are.
Ein kamocha va'elohim Adonai ve'ein kema'asecha malchutecha malchut kol olamim umemshaltecha bechol dor v'ador. Adonai melech, Adonai malach, Adonai yimloch le'olam moed, Adonai oz le'amo yitein, Adonai yivarech et amo.
Please stand.
V'shalom. Av harachamim heitiv avitzoncha etzion. Timnecha mot Yerushalayim ki v'chol levad batachnu. Melech el Rabbenisa Adon olamim.
Continue on page 246.
Ki mitzion teitzei Torah, Ki mitzion teitzei Torah, Udevar Adonai mirushalayim, Baruch shenatan Torah, Torah, Baruch shenatan Torah, Torah, le'amo Yisrael b'hidushato.
This Torah is our holiest of doctrine. It has been carried in the hands of our ancestors, passed from generation to generation and generation, in good times or in bad times, from grandparents to parents to children. When we were being persecuted, when we were running from burning buildings, it didn't matter because this Torah was close to us, being passed from generation to generation to generation. When we were in our homeland, and we are when we celebrate and we dance in our homeland and in our community and in our in our peoplehood, this Torah has carried us. This Torah keeps us strong as we pass them from generation to generation to generation. And so on this day, Jacob, we pass this Torah to you from generation to generation to generation.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Echad Eloheinu Gadol, Adonenu Kadosh Shemo, Gadol Adonai iti uneromema shemo yachta.
Please be seated. We have come to the Torah portion called Nitzavim. We're going to hear a lot more about Nitzavim a little bit later from our bar mitzvah. But Nitzavim is in the book of Deuteronomy, and it's very, very late in the book of Deuteronomy. And the Torah portion, Nitzavim, is so popular. How popular is it? That we're going to read it today because it's in the cycle of the Torah, and we're going to read it again on Yom Kippur morning. That is the level of significance that is this week's Torah portion of Nitzavim. So you'll hear all about it in detail from our bar mitzvah. But just to let you know, what you'll be hearing will be fabulous because Jacob has been training and studying Torah, and even though the Torah itself has no marking at all in it for any grammar or punctuation, it's essentially one run-on sentence. He is going to be chanting it as if there are sentences and punctuation and trope, which are the markings that also give it tune. So he'll be chanting it also, chanting it, reading it, stopping where he's supposed to. Isn't that right, sir?
Yes.
Yes, he said, enthusiastically. I heard it come out of his mouth. And so we'll be inviting certain people up to join us. Between each section of Torah reading. That section of Torah reading is called an aliyah. An aliyah means, right in Hebrew, it means to come up. are to ascend. So we'll be inviting people to come up, not just up here onto the bima, very carefully, please, because of all the steps here. And so to join us doing the blessings preceding and following each section of the Torah reading that is going to be done. You can follow along, by the way, if you'd like, with the blessings of the Torah reading. They're on page 250 if you wish. It is my pleasure to invite for the first Aliyah, Yigal and Marcel, who are just up here. Please join us back up for the first Aliyah. Ya'amod Yigal ben Shmaya veShoshana veMarcel bat Eliyahu veZahava la'Aliyah Torah.
Both of us? Okay.
Baruch atah Adonai, Baruch Adonai Mevorach. Baruch Adonai Mevorach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim ונתן לנו את תורתו. ברוך אתה אדוני נותן התורה.
V'chaya ki yavohu alecha kol hadvarim ha'eleh. Habracha ve'yachlala asher natahatim lefanecha ve'hashevota el levavecha bechol hagoyim asher hidihacha Adonai lechecha shama ve'shavta ad Adonai lechecha ve'shamata ve'kol kehol asher anochi mitzavcha hayom Ata uvanecha bechol levavcha uvechol nafshecha. V'shav Adonai Elohecha et shivuta v'richamecha v'shav v'kibeta mikol hamim asher hefita Adonai Elohecha shama.
אמת תורתנו הקדושה.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם אשר נתן לנו תורת אמת וחיי עולם נטע בתוכנו. ברוך אתה אדוני נותן התורה.
Just to note, when someone reads the Torah, we don't use our hands or our fingers because the scripts and the text can easily be smudged. The ink comes from all kinds of a natural mixture, and so for us to be able to read the Torah, we use something called the yad, which in Hebrew just means hand or finger, and so we use it to follow along. And it so happens that Jacob has the yad that he made here at Congregation B'nai Israel. I think when he was in the 5th grade, 4th grade or 5th grade, I can't remember. We switched the program every year. However, was that? Recently, maybe last year, 6th grade. Thank you for reminding me. So yes, so in the 6th grade, and so it's a beautiful yad that you made, and we hope you use it not just today, but many, many, many more times. Perhaps you want to read some Torah at the high holidays. They're on Monday. They're on Monday. You want to do that? He said he'll think about it. So that wasn't a no, and that's bad for a rabbi and a cantor when you don't say no. It's an honor to invite Michael up for the second Aliyah. Ya'amod Michael ben Shoshana l'Aliyah hashniya l'Aliyah l'Torah.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach. Baruch Adonai Hamvarach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bahar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Imi henidachacha biksei kashamayim misham yikabeta Adonai Elohecha umisham yikachecha veheviyaha Adonai Elohecha el haaretz asher yarshu avotecha verishta vehevtivha vehirbecha me'avotecha Umal Adonai Elohecha et levavcha ve'et levav zarecha le'ahava et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha u'b'chol nafshecha leman hayecha.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torat emet, v'hayei olam nata betochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
That's good. Must have had some very good congregational training. Congregation B'nai Israel must have gone to the religious school at Congregation B'nai Israel. You can tell. You can tell. For the honor of the third Aliyah, we're going to invite your parents up. What do you think? So we'll invite Rosanna and Eric to join us.
We lift our voices in gratitude that the Torah has come into the world through the Jewish people. We lift our voices in gratitude for the ideals it teaches: justice, compassion, devotion, the partnership of mind, heart, and deed. We lift our voices in gratitude that our Son takes his place among the people of Israel. We pray that he will do so with pride and joy. As you called Israel to be a light to the nations, so too we pray that our Son will be his own ray of light to the world.
תעמוד שושנה בת יגאל ומרסל לעלי התורה.
Baruch et Adonai Hamvarach. Baruch Adonai Hamvarach le'olam va'ed. I'm right here, right? Yeah. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher barha banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
V'natan Adonai Elohecha et kol ha'alot ha'eleh al oivecha ve'al sonecha asher redafuha ve'ata tashuv v'shamata b'kol Adonai ve'asita et kol mitzvotav asher anochi mitzavcha hayom Vechotirha Adonai Elohecha Bechol Maaseh Yadecha. Be free vitnecha, uvi free behemtecha, uvi free admata letova. Ki Yashuv Adonai Lasu Salecha Letov Ka'asher Sas Al Avotecha. Ki tishma bekol Adonai Elohecha lishmor mitzvotav v'hugotav haktuva b'sefer haTorah hazeh. Ki tashuv el Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha u'b'chol nafshecha.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torat emet v'chayei olam notanu b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Amen. That was fabulous. Oh yeah. That was some very good reading. That was a lot of good Torah reading. That was very good. Yeah. Ya'amod Yaakov ben Shoshana habar mitzvah.
Baruch et Adonai Hamvarach. Baruch Adonai Havarach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bahar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah. Ki hamitzvah hazot asher anochi mitzavcha hayom lo nifleit hi mimha v'lo rechoka hi. Lo bashamayim hi lemor miya'el elanu hashamayma v'yikachecha lanu v'yashmi'enu ota v'na'asena v'lo me'ever layam hi Lemor, Mia Elanu, El Aver, Hayam, Vikachecha, Lanu, Yashmi Enu Ota, Vina Asena, Kikaro Elecha, Hadavar, Meod, Befiha Uvivavcha, Leasoto. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torah emet, v'hayei olam natah b'toheinu, Baruch atah Adonai, noten haTorah.
We're just talking and telling him how great he read the Torah. It's like really like high caliber Torah reading. So it's really excellent. He just agreed that for next high holidays he's going to be chanting Torah in front of the whole congregation. You didn't say that? I thought I heard you say that. I see the cantor heard it too. You'll sleep on it. We're gonna raise and dress the Torah. So we'll ask you to turn to page 252 in your Siddur. We're going to invite up back to the bima. We're going to invite Michael, who is going to be our Hagba. He's going to raise the Torah. Do you know that? Surprise, you're raising the Torah. And we're going to invite your brothers, Eli and Leo, to help you dress the Torah. And we're on page 252 once again, and we're going to ask you to stand.
וזאת התורה אשר שם משה לפני בני ישראל על פי אדוני ביד משה. תורה, 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 ציווה לנו משה. תורה, 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 ציווה לנו משה. Torah, 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 ציווה לנו משה. Torah, 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 ציווה לנו משה. Torah, 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 ציווה לנו משה. Torah, 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 ציווה לנו משה. Torah, 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 ציווה לנו משה. Torah, 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 ציווה לנו משה. Torah, 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 ציווה לנו משה. Torah, 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 ציווה לנו משה. Torah, 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 ציווה לנו משה. Torah, 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 ציווה לנו משה.
May be seated.
We're going to continue now with chanting of Haftarah. You can follow along with the Haftarah blessings if you'd like. They're on page 254. 254.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bahar bin ve'im tovim ורצה ודבריהם הנאמרים באמת ברוך אתה אדוני הבוהר בתורה ובמשה עבדו ובישראל עמו ובנביאי האמת והצדק. שוש אסיס באדוני תגל נפשי באלוהי כי הלבישני בגדי ישע מעיל צדקה יעטני כחתן יכהן פאר וכלכלה תדהה לך כי הארץ תוציא שמחה וכגנה זרועך תצמיח כן אדוני אלוהים יצמיח צדקה ותן לה נגד כל הגויים למען ציון לא אחשה ולמען ירושלים לא אשקוט עד יצא הנוגה צדקה וישועתה כי לפיד יבער. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם צור כל העולמים צדיק בכל הדורות האל הנאמן האומר ועושה המדבר ומקיים שכל דברה אמת בצדק על התורה ועל העבודה ועל הנביאים ועל יום השבת הזה שנתת לנו אדוני אלוהינו לקדושה ולמנוחה לכבוד ולתפארת על הכל אדוני אלוהינו אנחנו מודים לך ומברכים אותה יתברך שמך בפי כל חי תמיד לעולם ועד ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת.
Simen tov, a mazel tov, a mazel tov, a simen tov, a mazel tov, a mazel tov, a simen tov, a mazel tov, a mazel tov, a simen tov, yehelanu. Simen tov, a mazel tov, a mazel tov, a simen tov, a mazel tov, a mazel tov, simen tov, a mazel tov, a mazel tov, a simen tov, yehelanu, yehelanu, yehelanu. Ulecho Yisrael, Yehelanu, Yehelanu, Ulecho Yisrael, Dahavin Melech Yisrael, Vayikayam, Dahavin Melech Yisrael, Vayikayam. Simen tov, a mazel tov, a mazel tov, a simen tov, a mazel tov, a simen tov, a mazel tov, a simen tov, yehelanu.
The candy will be available after the service for whoever wants it. It is available up here. So it is all fresh in here, and when the service ends, those of you who are eyeballing the candy, glistening in your eye, can come and get some after the service. What you're about to hear right now are some words from our bar mitzvah. He is going to be sharing his own words, his own views on this week's Torah portion of Nitzavim. When you start to hear his words, and when you hear that when his words are completed, you're going to think to yourself, wow, that was amazing. And you're going to want to applaud, but it's not a show. We're at services. So in lieu of applause, we're going to offer a big hand. So practice your big hand. Excellent. And our bar mitzvah, Jacob, is going to share with you these words of Torah. He's going to do so slowly. He's going to enunciate every word. He's going to take his time. Isn't that right, sir? Yes. Okay.
Shabbat shalom. Throughout my Torah studies leading up to this day, one thing Rabbi Keller would often say is, I strongly believe the Torah portion chooses us. Now as my bar mitzvah studies come to a close, I would have to say that I agree with Rabbi Keller. My Torah portion, Nitzavim, read on the Shabbat preceding Rosh Hashanah, describes Moses' last speech before the Israelites. He urges them to stand before God in order to enter the covenant of God and take the oath that God makes with them. Moses could have addressed the people by using the usual verb meaning to stand, but instead he used Nitzavim. Nitzavim signals the intent of a deliberate action or standing for a purpose. The message here is to choose to live a life of meaning and to hold one another accountable. In other words, don't just stand up in the crowd. Speak up for yourself, for those that may not have a voice. Stand up for things that you believe in, as well as standing against things that are wrong. I believe this Torah portion chose me, as Rabbi Keller would say, because I'm at a pivotal time in my young life where I have to make choices that will affect my future and could affect those around me. I'll have to choose what I allow to positively or negatively influence me. I'll have to choose to stand up with purpose for what I believe in, and if sometimes it goes against the crowd. One example would be standing up for someone who is being bullied. Another would be not engaging in a certain social media trend that may be hurtful or harmful to others, even if others around me are doing it. This, however, is not the only reason why I believe this Torah portion chose me. The second reason has to do with my mitzvah project. For as long as I have been at CBI, which I started in the Turning Threes, I have known about and contributed in some small way each year here on Mitzvah Day, with the public charity In Jacob's Shoes. In Jacob's Shoes provides new and gently used shoes, as well as backpacks and school supplies to local children in need. Every year on Mitzvah Day, I would spend time cleaning some of those shoes that were going to be donated. As a young boy who loves to play outside and play sports, I couldn't imagine not having the proper shoes or no shoes at all. So from the time I was very little, I always knew that I would organize a sneaker drive for my bar mitzvah project in order to donate to this charity. Here's where my Torah portion, Nitzavim, comes into play again. In Jacob's Shoes gives children in need the opportunity to stand up tall and walk with pride. Thanks to the generosity of family, friends, neighbors, and strangers, we collaborated to collect and donate over 200 pairs of new and gently used shoes. Knowing that I had a small portion in helping to rebuild some of these children's self-esteem and confidence is very rewarding to me. I would like now to take a few moments to thank some very important people, who without their support, I wouldn't be who I am today. Thank you to Congregation B'nai Israel for many years spent here, beginning with preschool. You have taught me the rituals and traditions of Judaism and made it fun along the way. Thank you to Rabbi Keller and Cantor Muchnick for guiding me through my Hebrew studies and for all your support. Thank you to my Hebrew tutor, Mr. Neal. I could not have done this without you. You have been encouraging, patient, and easygoing, even when I forgot about our lesson and scrambled to log onto my iPad to FaceTime you. You have been encouraging, patient, and easygoing, even when I forget about our lesson. Oh, wait, I read that. Thank you to my grandparents who love and support me no matter what. Thank you to my three brothers, Mikey, Eli, and Leo. Life wouldn't be the same without you. I wouldn't change our brother clan for anything. Thank you to my parents. You are there for me always, encouraging me, believing in me, and spoiling my brothers and I. I could not ask for better parents, even though I don't always show it. I do appreciate all you do for me. Lastly, I would like to take a moment to thank all of you in the synagogue here with me today to share this significant milestone in my life. Each and every one of you are important to me, and I'm grateful to have you here to rejoice with me on my bar mitzvah day. Shabbat Shalom, and wishing you all a sweet and healthy new year.
It was really good. It was a little fast, but it was really good. I understood most of it. I'm just kidding. It was really, really good. It was really good. A beautiful message. It's really great. There's a good spot for you in the rabbinate if you want to be a rabbi. There's a good spot. Look, it's a really good job. You get to hang out with really lovely people. You get candy all day. You get access to challah whenever you want it, really. What's really better than that? What's better than candy and challah and hanging out with people? I can't think of anything, actually. It's a pleasure to call upon a couple of people who are going to share with us blessings for our country and blessings for the state of Israel. So we're going to invite up Catherine and Eric Hoffer and Zahava ben David and Shlomo ben David.
for our country. Thus says Adonai, this is what I desire, to unlock the fetters of wickedness and untie the cords of lawlessness, to let the oppressed go free, to break off every yoke. Share your bread with the hungry and take the wretched poor into your home. When you see the naked, give clothing and do not ignore your own kin. If you banish the yoke from your midst, the menacing hand, the evil speech, if you offer compassion to the hungry and satisfy the famished creature, then your light shall shine in darkness. O guardian of life and liberty, may our nation always merit your protection. Teach us to give thanks for what we have by sharing it with those who are in need. Keep our eyes open to the wonders of creation and alert to the care of the earth. May we never be lazy in the work of peace. May we honor those who have died in the defense of our ideals. Grant our leaders wisdom and forbearance. May they govern with justice and compassion. Help us all to appreciate one another and to respect the many ways that we may serve you. May our homes be safe from affliction and strife, and our country be sound in body and spirit. Amen.
שאלו שלום ירושלים, ישלהו אוהביך. O Heavenly One, Protector and Redeemer of Israel, bless the state of Israel, which makes the drawing of hope for all who seek peace. Shielded beneath the wings of your love, spread over it the canopy of your peace. Send your light and truth to all who lead and advise, guiding them with your good counsel. Establish peace in the land of fullness of joy for all who dwell there. Amen. אפשר להגיד. אבינו שבשמיים.
אבינו שבשמיים, צור ישראל וגאלו, ברך את מדינת ישראל ראשית, צמיחה וגאולתנו, הגן עליה באהבה חסדך, ופרוס עליה סוכת שלומך, ושלח אורך ועמתך לראשיה, שריה ויועציה, ותנקום בעצת טובה מלפניך, ונתת שלום בארץ, ושמחת עולם ליושביה, ונאמר אמן.
אמן.
We are going to continue now with returning the Torah to the Ark. So we'll ask you to turn to page 256 in your Siddur, in your prayer book, 256. And we'll ask you also to please stand.
Yehalelu et Shem Adonai, ki niskav shemo levado. Hodo al eretz v'shamayim, vayarem keren le'amo, tehila lechol chasidav, livnei Yisrael am kerovo. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Eitz chaim hi lamachazikim ba v'tomcheha meushar diracheha darchei noam v'chol netivoteha shalom. Hashivenu Adonai elecha v'nashuva. Chadesh yameinu, Chadesh yameinu kekedesh.
Please be seated. Next, we're going to invite your parents up here because they probably want to say some nice things about you because they like you. Probably. I'm going to guess that they really like you. We're fans of yours, so I imagine that they're probably like on another level of... All right. Come stand over here so you're in the... everyone can see you in the live stream. We'll come a little more this way. Okay, good.
Good morning, and thank you to all our friends and family for being here with us today on this very special occasion. Jacob, Mazel Tov, you did it, and we're so proud of you. You are my pineapple on pizza eater, Lego master builder, sports documentary watcher, basketball lacrosse player, video game rager, anti-early riser, 90s rap music lover, intelligent, gorgeous heartbreaker. From the moment you were very little, you lit up the room with your big, beautiful eyes and rosy cheeks. You were my wild one, climbing on everything and anything, always wanting to be outside, being adventurous and carefree. As you got older, you began to show a more shy and sensitive side of you. Rather than being the center of attention, you were content to sit back and take it all in. In the recent weeks leading up to your bar mitzvah, something changed. You've really come into your own, showing more and more of your personality, emerging as a leader, and I've noticed a maturity about you and a greater sense of responsibility. I would like to commend you on completing a wonderful mitzvah project, collecting and donating over 200 pairs of shoes to a charity that has been meaningful to you since you were in preschool here at CBI. The day we dropped off the donations, we stayed for a few hours and cleaned the shoes, and it brought me such joy to watch you work hard and getting those shoes ready, excited at the thought that you were going to make some less fortunate children really happy. Jacob, you're an excellent student, you're a loyal friend, you're a great big and little brother, and a really loving son. Daddy and I will always be here to guide and support you, and we're very proud of you today and always.
Jacob, I had a pretty hard time figuring out what I wanted to say in my speech. So like I did in college, I went back to some old speeches I gave, i.e. class notes, and I listened to the professor's lectures, Rabbi Keller's message from last night. Turns out I started a few speeches saying I had a hard time writing them as well, so I guess I'm consistent. Between last night's message and the thought that the Torah portion chooses who reads them, I started to wonder why. Why did such a significant Torah portion choose you? Oh, excuse me. Why did it choose you? I think the answer has something to do with the content and meaning of Nitzavim, namely the idea of standing and the importance of covenants or promises. As Rabbi Keller said last night, the Torah portion is about the concept of standing tall, standing proud, and standing for something. Maybe the reason the Torah portion chose you was to challenge you, to be the person who stands tall in the face of adversity, stands proud in the face of disrespect, and stands for good in their life. So I would challenge you to think about how you can stand up in difficult situations, stand against a thought or a crowd that is against your convictions, and stand up for others that may need some help in standing up for themselves. The other part of the portion that chose you is around the concept of covenants and promises. Well, I thought mostly about the promises part. I started to wonder what promises you have made to yourself over the years, but more important, what promises will you make to yourself and others in the future? My hope for you is that you make and keep your promises to yourself and to others. Thinking about promises also made me go through the promises I have for you. I promise that your family will always love you no matter what. I promise that you will always have us there to support you in any of your adventures in life. I promise that hard work and effort will always pay off, even if that payoff isn't immediate. And I promise that when you stand up for some things you believe in, you won't immediately see why it was a good thing to do so, but that realization will come with time. Jacob, my mini-me, as anyone who can attest who has seen pictures of me at your age, minus this. I am so proud of you for all that you have been able to accomplish already. You really have started to stand up as a more mature and responsible person over the past few months and years. You have proven you can be successful in anything when you just take your time and focus on something. I promise that will take you far in life. Jacob, You have an army of people who are proud of you, including your mom and I, your grandparents that are here, and Omi who isn't, your aunt, uncle, and cousins, and all of the friends you've made along the way. I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see all you do in your life.
Jacob, we have stuff for you. Would you like some stuff on behalf of the congregation?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. First, we have your bar mitzvah certificate signed by all of the clergy and signed by you. Here it marks this fabulous, wonderful day, both the English date, the Hebrew date, the fact that the Torah portion fell perfectly for you on Nitzavim. So here it is. Ooh. Thank you for the three of you that picked up on that. I really appreciate that. Next we have this for you. What's this?
A Torah book.
What's that?
A Torah book.
It's the Torah. Great, excellent. Open it up. But what does it say on the inside cover there? What does it say?
Turn it and turn it, for everything is in it. Presented to Jacob Howe on this occasion of his bar mitzvah, September 24, 2022, Nitzavim. And that has the Hebrew date.
Hebrew date. And then who gave it to you?
Congregation B'nai Israel, Boca Raton, Florida.
Yes, that's us. So that's for you on behalf of us. We hope that we purposefully get you a small one because, and this is really true, by the way, so many of our B'nai Mitzvah actually take this off with them when they go to college. And it sits somewhere in their dorm rooms and seriously, there are pictures of this book all over the country in different dorm rooms and all over colleges. So we hope that it ends up in college. And so it's good to have a Torah. It's good. It's a good thing to have. So it's a travel size. It's for you on behalf. That's on behalf of the congregation. This is a gift on behalf of the sisterhood of the congregation. I know what it is every week, and I'm excited every time. It's true. I'm like, oh, I can't wait for him to open it. I know what it is.
Kiddush cup.
It's a Kiddush cup. Yes, hold it up for everyone. Hold it up. There it is. There's the Kiddush cup. So we hope that you use this Kiddush cup, but by the way, for many years to come. You can use it on Shabbat. You can use it for any holiday. And this is also true, and I think that Cantor Muchnick can definitely back me up on this. A lot of people that I meet who decide to get married, because you have to use a Kiddush cup under the chuppah, actually find and still have the Kiddush cup that they got at their bar mitzvah or at their bat mitzvah, and it's the same cup that's used under the chuppah when they get married. And so it is. We hope that you take great care of it, use it for a lot of special and wonderful occasions, and that we hope one day, God willing, not yet, that you'll be able to use it under the chuppah someday. So that is from that is from the sisterhood of the congregation, and this is from the brotherhood of the congregation. What is it?
A book.
It's a book. What's the title of the book?
When Basketball Was Jewish.
When Basketball Was Jewish, Voices of Those Who Played the Game, and it is about Jewish basketball, and it's inscribed also to you from the brotherhood here at Congregation B'nai Israel. We'll hope that you'll have a chance to glance at that too. I feel like you might be into sports a little bit. A little bit. So we thought, I want you to know that the Brotherhood, believe it or not, checks on the things that you love to do, and every bar and bat mitzvah at B'nai Israel gets a book that matches. We try to match up with something that you connect with. So the Brotherhood went and shopped that book and thought it'd be a nice book for you to have. So that is on behalf of the Brotherhood. And those are the gifts that CBI has for you on this really wonderful moment that we get to share together. I joked earlier about the fact that you might be a rabbi. I mean, I was partially joking and partially not, because I think it's awesome. But it's I'll tell you what, it's these moments, and this is not a sales pitch for you to become a rabbi. I'm just telling you the actual truth. It's these kind of moments that are the reason why I became a rabbi. It's these kind of moments. It's the moments when you can feel in the room that your friends are so connected and excited for you, that your family are so connected and excited for you, that there's this warmth that exudes from everyone, that everyone has been focused on you and has been smiling when they're supposed to and nodding when they're supposed to and following along with everything that they're supposed to. And that's what makes this community so wonderful. And that's why I feel so blessed to be a rabbi, because I get to share in this moment with you. And even more so, the extra blessing of the fact that you have also a large family, and I get to share in these moments with you. In all of these moments is the true blessing on why I became a rabbi. And every week I'm reminded, particularly right now I'm reminded, why I chose correctly, why I chose wisely for me to become a rabbi. That being said, I will say this about your Torah portion and how I fully agree that it picks you. Because we talked about Nitzavim. You talked about it. Your parents talked about it beautifully, this idea of standing proud and standing tall about something. I mentioned it last night too. But the other cool thing about the word Nitzavim is if you look at the root word Nun Tzadi Bet, because that's Netzavim, right? There is another angle to that root, and not just to stand. It also has some kind of a connection to taking a direction. Actually, there's almost like there's another way to translate it that has the word direction in it. Almost like it's not the word compass, but it almost has this idea of like a compass in it. And so not only do I hope for you on this day, and we all hope for you on this day, that you will stand proud, that you will stand and carry yourself proudly now as a bar mitzvah, but also we'll be watching where you go. We're going to watch where you take us on this journey, where your compass is going to take you and take us. And I have a feeling, based on who you are and based on your beautiful family, that the rooting that you have in your life is going to direct you in all the right places. And by the way, everyone here adores you and loves you, and CBI does too. So we're part of this cheering squad, if you will, to help you and to be on this path with you. In fact, our grounding phrase here at CBI is that we go on this path together, this lifelong path together in a meaningful way. That's kind of what we do here at CBI. And so based on your Torah and the way you handle everything, we hope for a long time to be on this path with you and your family. The last piece of that is, though, you have to do the work. You have to stay on that path. You have to maintain what you're doing. And I think that we'll all agree here that you can do that. I think you can do that. Do you think you can do that? Yes. Yes. Yeah? I really believe so. And we look forward to seeing you and sharing in that journey with you. If it's okay with you now, we'd like to offer God's blessing upon you. Speaking of a blessing or a moment or a ritual object that stays with you, this is the priestly blessing that was probably said when you were born, is my guess. It's going to be said here, and God willing, with the Kiddush cup, it's also something that's said under the chuppah when you get married. So we're going to invite your mom, your dad, and your siblings to join us over here by the ark doors.
Sure, we were safe. Some Syrian people got some good arms. All right, come make a little arc around us here. You're in the center, buddy. You're right here. Hi, Leo, get out. It's not your turn yet. Hey, first of all, I gotta tell you, you're a very sharp-looking bunch. You look really good. Is this your doing? Yeah. It's okay. You've had even asked about it. No, wait. That's the headache. Oh my God, are you kidding me? The ties are amazing, though. The ties are amazing. The boys and the shoes are killer. The shoes are killer. That's okay. You know what? It's just us. They're not leaving. No one's leaving. No one's just on it. No, exactly. Oh, what? Is that come on? Just want to share with you even more so how blessed we feel to share this moment with you. Your moment, and now your future moments, and now your moment, and your future moments, and then yours, and then yours. And good. So we can't wait to share in these moments with you. Many more to come. Lots of health, lots of happiness, and a very happy New Year since Rosh Hashanah does start tomorrow. So we'll continue.
Please stand.
Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha.
May God bless you and protect you.
Yaher Adonai panav elecha v'yichuneka.
May God's presence shine upon you and be gracious to you.
Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yaseim lecha.
May God's presence be with you all the days of your life and grant you peace. As together we all say,
Amen.
Amen. We're going to remain standing and continue now with Aleinu, which can be found on page 282 in your Siddur. 282.
Aleinu l'shabeach l'Adon hakol, לתת גדולה ליוצא בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגור עלינו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים, לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד.
We mourn the passing of Gerald Langtree, stepfather of our member Debbie Eberlin. We also think of those who are in a period of Shiva and Shloshim, the immediate 7-day and 30-day mourning period. In the period of Shiva, Brian Kogan. In the period of Shloshim, Adam Hefner, Joanne Crown. And the yahrzeits that occur for us this week: Marilyn Amberg, Walter Castle, Sanford Cole, Vera Coles, Charles Down, Paul Diamond, Samuel Garfunkel, Lillian Herman, Mildred Kessel, Brian Nofsky, Murray Laubstein, Shlom Milstein, William Nasenchuk, Clarence Rosenberg, Philip Sheldkraut, Jack Silber, Sidney Solomon, Selma Stein, Herbert Tessler, Myrna Yaskulka. To those names, we had any name that you would like to add at this time. Kaddish Tov, Mourner's Kaddish, can be found on page 294. Yitkadal v'kadash shmei Rabbah, ve'alma divrach cherutei ve'amlich malchutei, b'chayechon u'vyomechon u'b'chayei d'chol Beit Yisrael, b'agala v'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah meborach le'olam olmei olmaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ah v'yitomam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitale v'yitala shmei l'kudisha b'richu, לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, דאמירן ועלמה ואמרו אמן. יהי שלמה רבה מן שמיה, וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us and all Israel, as together we say, amen. Please be seated. We're going to conclude with the words of Lechi Lach, which can be found on something. They can be found on page 341. 341.
show you. Lech lecha to a place you do not know. Lechi lach, on your journey I will bless you, and you shall be a blessing. You shall be a blessing. You shall be a blessing, Lechi lach. Lechi lach, and I shall make your name great. Lech lecha, and all shall praise your name. Lechi lach, to the place that I will show you. L'simchat chayim, l'simchat chayim, l'simchat chayim, lechi lach. And you shall be a blessing. You shall be a blessing. You shall be a blessing, Lechi lach.
One last thing before we go, and that is we're going to invite your brothers back up here one more time to help us do Motzi.
Because that's our favorite part.
Yes. Hold on. Let's close this. Move it over here. All right. Are you ready? Go ahead.
How much Kahore, on more highlands together as a joy praise Hatanai Elohim Maholom Hamutzi Vehemet Abed. Amen.
Amen. Amen. There's your challah right there. There's your challah right there. Your challah's right there. Mazel tov. Shabbat shalom, everyone. Shabbat shalom. Mazel tov.